Hello and welcome to what should have been the final workshop vlog in this workshop. However, that is not the case. There has been some really annoying setbacks with the new workshop, which I'll go on to explain today. So I've written a lot of stuff on this script as there's a lot to go through. So we'll start off with the workshop move. So there's been some delays with the workshop, unfortunately, so I'll be truthful and explain why. So essentially the house move fell through, which was not down to our part, so unfortunately we're having to relook for new houses. However, there is a lot of positivity to take from this. Firstly, it gives me the chance to find the perfect workshop and perhaps even a double garage. Having a double garage would allow me to have an editing station, a small HDPE processing station, and maybe somewhere where I can have a little voiceover place. So I will still keep the small sort of workshop feel to the channel, as a lot of the workshop will be kept empty to make it feel light and spacious. I am considering building Matt Esley's power tool workbench though, because I think that would really help having that in the middle of the workshop, and I would build it on a much smaller scale though, so other people can build it as well. Now, the channel has grown exponentially over the past week, and this is mostly down to bigger channels offering me advice. So firstly, Matt Esley, Rob Harvey, gave me an immense amount of advice and feedback on their YouTube live stream, which was last week now, and that has really helped. I've gained about 15 subscribers from that, which obviously is amazing. Equally, bigger channels have been supporting me and started to subscribe to me, so people like Sam Craft, Brothers Make and Sean Evely. Obviously they're all big channels and that really helps, and Rob Harvey's also subscribed as well. And I cannot thank everyone for all the support, comments and advice across Instagram and YouTube. It's been an absolutely amazing journey, and I really appreciate all this feedback. It's incredibly rewarding for me to see. So I'm sort of rattling through this so I can get to more bigger things in this vlog. So if you're interested in supporting what I do, and the channel as well, consider purchasing some Woodturners blend. Everyone who purchases some this week will also receive a free design and make and Woodturners blend sticker. If you haven't seen my newest video, which is making my model boat, I'll link that below and add it in the end screen. This was definitely one of my favourite projects I've ever done for so many reasons. I mean, it was definitely challenging but really enjoyable to make as well, and I enjoyed the painting aspect towards the end of the video. The testing video will be out next week as there was far too much to cram into one video, and it will focus on underwater photos, GoPro shots and testing. It should be a fun one. And I'm trying to make my videos more informative and engaging, so to do that I'm increasing the length slightly because I think that suits the projects better as well. So if you've noticed, I used to do about 4 to 5 minute videos, but they're now tending to be about 8 to 12 minutes for most of my videos, and I quite like doing them that length, as it also means I can get a lot more, I guess, feedback from you guys as well, whether you're enjoying them or not. Despite the workshop move being delayed, it has given me a chance to really consider where I want this channel to go and how I'm going to grow it. So I've been having a think about some ambitious projects that I've got planned, and I'll be building a fold-up garden workbench to make some videos more suitable for people with limited spaces, such as a balcony, garden or even a small room. I'll plan to make boxes, similar to like what Matt Esley did, but obviously not anything like that good. I can't make those kind of boxes, they are just absolutely amazing. I will be learning dovetails as well because I think that'd be a good thing to learn. I'm going to be making a lot of models on this workbench and some games, so board games, things like noughts and crosses, to be honest anything I can come up with. Games that don't need many tools, so I'll try not to be using loads of tools. I'll be using drills, tenon saws, nothing particularly expensive that you can't get hold of at a normal DIY store. So it'll be aimed at people with limited spaces and budgets. So whilst the workshop move isn't happening quite as soon as I would hope, it does mean I can truly focus on providing the best content possible, and actually, as I've just said, it does give me a chance to really think about everything, so I can look for the perfect workshop, and it gives me a lot more time to sort this workshop out. I'm not going to bother putting things back up on the walls because we're hoping to get a fairly swift move again. So all of these walls, all I've done is just put the saws back up because they're quite easy to do. And then this big basket here, behind here, has got all my commonly used tools in, and I'm going to leave it like that because it's perfectly workable. I'm not going to go and buy a load more materials and things because at the moment I have plenty to keep me busy, and to be honest, I'm still hoping this new workshop shouldn't take too long. And then in terms of the new workshop, a couple more things on that. I am going to really plan it, so I'm going to do a proper planning episode, and there's no reason why, once I know what kind of, I guess, space I'm getting, I can show you how I'm going to plan that. So most of it will be sketches and PowerPoints and things like that. So lastly, for the shout-out segment this week, I've had one entry. So O'Donnell Woodworker has made these 2 beautiful acrylic pens, one in red and one in blue. He used his new chuck and jaws to drill it out and turned it on his lathe. I'll leave his Instagram in the description below, if you're interested in checking that out, have a look below. And if you're interested in being featured on one of these workshop vlogs, please send me some photos of what you made this week and with a sentence or two about the materials or how you made it. It does need to be sent in by 10 PM on Sunday, so it'll be a Sunday before I do the workshop vlog at the very latest. Ideally, if you can send it to me Saturday, that makes my life a lot easier so I can start writing a script. I do find writing a script helps. I know it means I'm looking down sometimes, but at the end of the day it helps to get all of these things included in these videos. And another thing I'm going to be doing is trying some resin. So I made all that resin organiser box, but I haven't actually used the resin yet, and I bought it about 2, 3, 4 months ago now. I'm not sure. So I finally decided I'm going to have a go with it, and I want to try something I haven't seen done on YouTube. That's either because it's really difficult or no one's just thought of it. I suspect it's going to be quite challenging, but I think it'd be rather fun. So I want to try resin and grass in a bowl. So you might think this sounds like a very odd combination, and I agree, it does sound odd. So essentially I'm going to mow the grass, collect some of the grass clippings, encase them in resin and try and make a tiny bowl similar to the ones I've done on the back wall that you sometimes see in my videos. It will be another tiny bowl, as I've just said, as I've never used resin before, so I don't want to waste it just in case it does go horribly wrong. If you do have any advice on resin casting or anything to do with resin, please let me know, as I am a total newbie to using resin. So, to be honest, for the workshop vlog there isn't too much to say. I am thinking about doing a couple of strange videos, so things that I wouldn't usually do on this channel, maybe have a bit of creativity and a bit of fun with it. I'm going to show you a couple of the projects that I've got planned and a couple of the things that I've made that the videos will be coming out for in the next couple of weeks. So firstly, I'm interested in doing a bit of leather work, so I made this stitching pony inspired by Makerify. So I'll show you how this works. So essentially you have these jaws that you can just undo the bolt, and that's about the max opening, which is plenty for doing all kinds of leather work. It's got zebrano on the inside and it's made with poplar here, and it's got a nice oak base to it. And simply to tighten it up, you just hold the bolt and you just twist the wing nut like that. You could of course use a 3D printed knob, but I've just chosen to use a wing nut. And this is really cool because obviously doing leather work you need a way to hold it, and you could do it in an engineer's vice or something. But this is the proper way to do it, and this took me about 2 hours in total to build and film, and I really enjoyed making it. So that video will hopefully be coming out 2 weeks time, something like that, depends on how quick I get around to editing it. It's a very simple project, it just requires a hinge. I've used this cabinet hinge as that's all I had, and a big bolt. That's literally all you need, and some scraps of wood. So, to be honest, I mean, that's basically it for this workshop vlog. The cannon is still happening. I've got the blank here, it's a piece of umbillo, I think is how you pronounce it. It's quite a big blank, it's 30 centimetres long, so obviously I'm going to be making rather a big cannon. So I hope you've really enjoyed watching this video, and as always, don't forget to share this around, comment, like and subscribe. It really does help me out. If you're interested in seeing more woodworking projects, let me know. If you're interested in seeing a range of things, let me know about that as well. And I am hoping to show you guys some leather work, maybe in the next month or two, once I've got my garden fold-up workbench sorted. I'll be building a garden fold-up workbench outside on the floor to show you that you really don't need a proper workbench to build stuff. So I'm simply going to be building it exactly like these workbenches, except the legs will fold up and there'll be a brace that goes across it. So basically it will be notched out and you slide it across the two things and it will open up like an ordinary workbench. Obviously it won't be quite as sturdy as these because these are also bolted into the walls, so they're plenty strong. But I'll show you how to make that if you're interested. Anyway, I'll round it up there. Thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this video.